Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Hello world, wake me up to another good morning. Time to go. Got that smile upon my face, 'cause there's excitement in the chase. This I know. Yeah, I'm going for the ride and find myself, I am alive, and I soar. Still I run towards the wind and let the challenge draw me in, 'cause I want more.
What's up, guys? My name is Komal, and I'm actually a local realtor in Florida, and I have this channel made just for people who wants to move to Florida and you want to learn about Florida lifestyle, Florida areas. So then this channel is definitely for you. I try to make, very natural videos, keeping myself, and I want to give you as much as possible honest opinions, so you can decide for yourself in case you're thinking to move to Florida, or thinking to buy or rent or invest in Florida. So definitely subscribe our channel. It's really useful and it's fun loving channel. Even though, let's say you don't want to move, but you'll find a lot of information. It's useful for you, even for real estate investment. So stay tuned. So this video is a little bit different because I wanted to answer a couple of questions of many of my clients, and also on YouTube many people ask, like, is this a good idea to have a pool in Florida or not? So that's what we are going to talk about. Also, many people ask me about the pool maintenance question, and they get worried about, like, how is it really expensive to maintain the pool, or is it really a task to maintain the pool? So today I have taken an interview with my pool guy also when he came, since I was making this video. So I'm going to put this really good points here, some of the different kinds of pool and what exactly you need to do for maintenance. Okay, so can you explain me about the pool regular cleaning process?
So the regular process consists of vacuuming, netting, brushing. That's your basic service. We balance out the chemistry in the water, the pH balance, stabilizer, chlorine, and that's pretty much your basic service. You have your filter cleanings. You clean the filter usually once a month, replace them once a year, and it's a once a week service. So you stay consistent with it, because in South Florida the climate affects the pools a lot. The rain, the weather, the evaporation, all of that stuff. And that's pretty much your basic.
So what kind of chemicals normally it's used in a pool?
So you either use liquid chlorine, or they have tablets. They have dry chlorine, and then they even have some pools which are salt-based pools, which is still chlorine maintained, but they use salt to produce the chlorine rather than just liquid itself. It produces a more refined, softer form of chlorine.
What's the difference between salt pool and the chlorine pool? I know people many times ask that question.
Again, essentially they're still both chlorine based pools. Liquid chlorine it's not as refined. So when basically with salt pools, we'll supplement the water with salt, and it'll use the salt in the water to produce chlorine. Like liquid chlorine is sodium hypochlorite. That's basically salt water. So it's still the same thing. It's just the salt is more pure, so the chlorine that's produced in the end is better for you.
So it's better for your skin.
Better for your skin. It's like a mineral bath.
So it's basically less like any people that has allergies and stuff.
Right, exactly.
For the salt pool, the maintenance is less?
Chemically, the maintenance is probably a little bit less. The only thing with the salt pools, because chlorine is in constant production, you have to balance the pH quite often, because chlorine itself naturally carries a high pH. So for us, a lot of people don't realize that when you're swimming in a pool and you start to feel the eyes burn a little bit, people think because there's too much chlorine in the water, but that's not even the case. The actual reason is because the pH is either running too low or too high, and then you'll start to feel the burn in the water. So with salt pools, they're going to carry a little bit of a higher pH level, So you gotta supplement the water with acid more often. But other than that, that's
Yeah, even in a sea, when you go, you
right.
feel
Yeah,
that
exactly.
burning
Exactly.
more actually.
Right, right. So it's all a pH thing,
pH thing.
not the chlorine.
Chlorine.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good tips.
You're welcome.
And one more thing, so if you, let's say, don't want to spend that money, so they charge between $65 to $80, depends on the pool size and also where you're living. So some areas are a little expensive than other, but it's not too much difference, like $5 difference sometimes you see. However, between $60 or $65 max, from $60 to $85, definitely, you know, you can have a pool service. So they come every single week, like, you know, whole month. So it basically helps the pool to retain the blue water and, you know, maintain the chemicals inside. You do not have to clean anything, you know, except, let's say, if there was too much rain or something. In case you don't have a screen like this, then you may get a lot of leaves on top of it. Then maybe you have to have a vacuum at home, or maybe you can, you know, just use the filter, just the regular filter to take it out. Another thing, always every pool has the drainage system in the bottom, so usually that helps all the dust to go inside. And there is in a filter there is like a small bag there, things comes out. So do not worry about in case you know things falls into pool, and do not worry about, you know, messing up the filter or messing up the pool pump. We have been having the rains last couple of days, so it's a little bit more humid recently. So, you know, when it is humid, it's really fun to come in the water, because, you know, that's what it makes you feel good. When you're humid, you really want to come in water, you know. So having the pool at home is really good access for you. Anytime you can utilize. So most important thing here, you can use this pool for doing a lot of pool parties. And the good thing about Florida weather is on 365 days you have amazing weather. Even in the winter times, pool stays, I mean, the water gets a little bit cold, but it's not that much cold. And if it's a heated pool, then it's still around like 80 degree, or even a maximum I've seen going up to like 75 degrees sometimes. But honestly, it's amazing weather for pool, and you're going to use this pool a lot if you have it. So many people thinks that it's not worth to keep the pool because, you know, we are going to not use it. But imagine the weather, like a summer weather, it forces you to use the pool because it's so much humid and so much heat. You know, in the weekends or in relaxed times, you will feel like going in the water easily. So instead of going to ocean or something, if you have a pool, you can utilize here. However, in the winter time also, I've seen many people doing the pool parties. You know, you can still do in the winter times a pool party because you can do the barbecue. Many people, you know, just combine things. Love to do this way because the weather is not too cold or anything. So if you keep it in afternoon, then you can do even barbecue. You can do the fire pit at the same time. You can utilize this as a pool. And the best thing I would say, if you guys come to Florida or, you know, buy a house in Florida, make sure you have or organize a summer kitchen, because that's where you're going to use a lot. And for barbecue stuff or even regular cooking, like you will do a lot. You will use a lot. I mean, so that's also I've seen people utilizing the outdoor, especially the pool area for. And another reason you will 100% use this pool for your kids, and kids are going to love if you have a pool, because again, I never seen any kid not loving the water. So if you have a pool, definitely they're going to enjoy, and it's really good exercise doing the outdoor fun. A lot of time you can easily spend with the kids in pool. There are many pool I've seen having the waterfalls, or, you know, having some water slides. So many different things also you can add up if you have a kids and you really want to, you know, kind of use pool for them. Another thing, like even we do sometimes with the friends, like, you know, just for the kids especially, like a get together for the pool. I mean, it's not technically a party, but like a play date kind of thing for the kids. So that's also it's possible, you know, for them if you have your own pool. And also it's more like it's especially in a COVID time, it's like, you know, it's your own, like you don't have to worry about like infections and those kind of things, because I know some of the neighborhoods have their own clubhouses. Of course, you know, it has its own benefit. I'll make another video for that, comparing this is a good to buy in those kind of resort style clubhouses, or somewhere like, you know, you can just keep your own pool. But you know, right now, especially in COVID time, I feel it's not too safe to go in those clubhouses, and if you have your own pool, you can still use it. Like last year we used this pool so much. Like I have a parents living with us, so you know, they can't go much out. My daughter, she can't, of course, I mean, she's not going in the daycare or something, so she won't have access to the, you know, outdoor fun a lot. So the pool really helped us in this whole COVID time. So that's like really big plus point. But many people get scared if they have a younger kids, like, you know, they get scared for the kids, like, you know, if any accident can happen. I'll tell you honestly, like, you know, I understand it's a fear having water in the house, and it's if unattended, you can't keep the unattended any kid. However, you can always keep the precautions, like for example, keeping the child fence around the pool. There are different kinds of child fence comes. It's possible to install very easily and very cheaper. Also, you can keep the pool cover. That pool cover technically helps to retain the heat. At the same time, it does, you know, give the protection to kids. So if in case kids still fall into on top of the cover. So there are things you can always think about to do precaution. However, I feel like, you know, just, I mean, it's not that much fearful. Maybe I'm Floridian, you know, so I feel that way. I mean, I'm really biased to have a pool because I love doing outdoor fun. However, I mean, I really feel that this Florida weather, it helps to enjoy a lot. Even though you are spending 30 to 40,000 more higher for a pool when we are buying a house, but still it's worth it, you know. And let's say you don't want to spend that money, then in that case you can still do by yourself. You do have to have the vacuum. Vacuum comes from $500 to whatever the price you want to spend. Like sometimes it's $2,000 also I have seen. But you don't have to go too expensive for the vacuum. You can also install the vacuum in the pool itself. However, most of the vacuum is more manual and it's a mobile vacuum, so you can take it, put it inside the pool when you really need it. And a main important thing is the chemicals. So you do have to know what percentage of the chemical your pool has. So you usually take that, like a little bit of water in the can, to Pinch and Penny. That's a shop that tells you exactly how much percentage of chlorine or there's some other chemicals you really need that's you need to buy for. So that comes around like $30 to $45, I guess, you know, of the supplies, and then the supplies runs for maybe 2 months or so, 2 to 3 months, depends on, you know, how much you are putting inside. So that's pretty easy to do too. It's not too hectic work in case you don't want to spend money and you want to save some money in this whole cleaning process. So many of my clients, they do by themselves, like, you know, and it's pretty easy to do if you dedicate a little bit of time doing the pool cleaning.
So I'll show you guys a couple of things. From here, the water has the access. There is another access there, and there is another access this side. So every pool has that 2 or 3 access.
If you guys can see inside, there is a filter here. So you can change like manually very easily this filter in this area. I'm going to show you guys a pool pump, like how is the pool pump and how does it, you know, a little bit work. Like I don't know much technical part, but some few basic things I'll show you around.
Okay, so this is a pool pump. That one is a pool pump. This is for sprinkler. That's also, you know, you got to know about the sprinkler if you have a house, because most of them, every house has a sprinkler to maintain the lawn, especially built after 1990. So that's the pool pump, and the pool pump has a little small filter there. I'm gonna go there and see. So here's a small basket you see. That's where any of the dust, anything comes out. And this is a timer. So many, usually you set the timer. There's always instructions here in case, if you're not used to that. But however, most of them are very easy to set. And you can set the timer like what time turns on and what time turns off. And you have to keep it on for at least 8 hours, so then it's really gives a good, the good rotation of the water. Another important thing I want to talk about is, let's say if you have an issue in a pool, like many people get questioned, like how do you drain this pool and how does the water works? Because if you drain pool to fill this whole pool, it's going to be a lot of water going in. So of course the city is going to send you the big bill. So this is how it works. So let's say if you want to resurface the pool, or if you want to kind of do any kind of work, like we are going to do some of the work. I'll take the video that time, and I have someone client, we are resurfacing the pool. So if you have to do some kind of work, like even though let's say like we have a lights there and it's a little bit of loose, so let's say to fix that also we have to drain the pool, otherwise you can't do the electric work. That's impossible to work with the water there, with the water. So you have to literally drain whole pool. And drainage is, mostly the pool guy does it. If you are doing by yourself, many people even drain with the proper pipes to the lake, if you have a lake, and its water goes directly there. And once after draining, you need to inform to city that you are going to refill this pool with extra water. There was an issue here. Sometimes they do ask the proof. You may have to send in an email or something, some kind of proof, like what work you are doing. So whatever the extra water is going in to fill in, so they don't charge you anything like huge bill. So that's very important step. Like many people skip that one to inform city and think, oh my god, this is like almost $500-$600 bill, that how can for the water it's going to be too expensive. So that's a small tip I would like to share with you guys. And most importantly, you are going to have fun for yourself, because you can just chill out in a pool. Like I feel like when I'm stressed out for my work or something, like this is my best exercise, or even something which I can just charge myself very easily. I don't have to go to ocean, or I don't have to go to somewhere to charge myself. Just staying in a pool just makes you feel like you're charged up. You can do a good exercise. Recently I am doing a 75 days challenge, and in that one of the outdoor exercise you have to do in that challenge. So in outdoor exercise, I usually try to do swimming, and that's the best exercise you can have. Yeah, right, swimming. And even she's learning swimming right now. So but having a pool access at home, that's much easier, so she can learn. And yeah, when you have a kid, it's better to have teach them.
My name is Bunny.
So yeah, it's very important, like when you have a kid, and you have teach him or her when they are baby, so basically they can if any accident happens also, they can save themselves. However, it rarely happens. You can always do the precautions if you're really scared of having the pool because of the young kids. I would say it's important to have those things as a precaution basis, but definitely consider having the pool. Do not, yeah, because it's really fun, especially in Florida, right? Kahani? It's really fun. Yeah. So thank you guys watching our video, right? It was a fun video. We are gonna come up with the. All right, okay. So we are gonna come up with another more fun videos. and for some of the informative contents. All right. Kanu, let me finish. Let me.
You should like say and see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And like
So we'll come up with some more fun videos or the informative videos. So make sure you subscribe my channel, and I will see you in my next video.